Action.
Welcome guys to another review with Endless Nova, and today we are reviewing the Marvel Legends Bonebreaker Wave, Wolverine, and Sabertooth. Now this was a wave that I was very looking forward to because I really wanted to get these two figures. I mean, like, I know a lot of people have their gripes on Marvel Legends, but I think Marvel Legends comes with comic figures. They do a great job in presenting the figures in plastic form. So I was really happy to hunt these guys down. I got Sabertooth and Makari for a great deal, and Wolverine I just kind of caved in on the $24 price line on Amazon with free shipping with the Prime. So thank God for that. So this Bonebreaker wave has been in the talks from Hasbro, and when it was first released, I was like, wow, like that Wolverine just looks great. And I've been looking for like a nice Wolverine the X-Men. You guys remember that cartoon show, Wolverine the X-Men? He had like that yellow suit. But one difference thing was I thought the claws were pretty cool, and these claws are based on the heat. I think they call it the heat claws. So they said when Wolverine got really angry at a point when he came back, like his claws became red hot, like flame on claws when he gets angry enough. And I'm sure that brings him all types of pain. As you know, when Wolverine's claws are retracted, it's painful because the blades come out of the skin, and since he has the mutant healing factor, which is heals, immediately, it probably he got used to the sting. I would assume the same thing for Victor Creed, Sabertooth, because man, it's like your nails are like splitting open and growing and crazy. I mean, these guys are animalistic, so I mean, it fits their character. These figures I was really happy to pick up finally, and seeing them together is just, I mean, a lot of people were complaining about, Sabertooth's size being like, why is he just a standard figure? He's not even that buff or nothing. But I believe this is based on the first appearance Sabertooth. So we're going to go in with Sabertooth right now. So let's put Wolverine to the side. Let's get to Sabertooth. Yeah, so I believe this is based on his first appearance in the 70s Marvel Comics issue. I don't remember which exact date. Don't quote me on the wrong date, but if you guys look it up, I believe that the suit is from his first appearance. And in his first appearance, I mean, he does have this kind of physique. He's not super big like the Beast we all see him as, with the Marvel Select figures and the Sabertooth Age Apocalypse figure, which I'll put out a review for as well. But it's more of like a his first appearance where he's just more like a average Joe, but still huge. I mean, look at it compared to Wolverine. But Wolverine's like 5'2" in the comics. So yeah, Hugh Jackman fan, sorry to break that to you. But I mean, I love Hugh Jackman too. He's a great Wolverine, but comic Wolverine, 5'2", burly man. So let's get in with the sculpt of this figure. I'll bring it a little close. So, yeah, people think Sabertooth looks kind of British. I could see that, like, how you doing, mate? I mean, I don't know. My name is Sabertooth. I've got the sideburns and the hair. Looking a little gritty right there. And I just feel like that's what Sabertooth would say. He would have that kind of accent with his little fur pom-pom and everything. And the pom-pom is cool. It's a nice sculpt. It's removable too, actually. They made it so it's like a peg with these Marvel Legend figures. It is removable, but I'm gonna keep it on. Cause he just looks less like Sabertooth when you take it off. It just doesn't really look that great without the fur, so we're gonna just peg it back on. Yep. So here's the back of the figure. Side. Now you got the sculpt and just the head. It's got the the 3D printed technology, and but for a comic figure it just works really well. He's just ugly and almost just looks like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde with those you know those Victorian sideburns, that that hairstyle, like a Victorian. Probably you would put him on a Hellfire body sculpt, and he can be a Hellfire Club member. So let's get with the articulation. We've got the standard, awesome, ball jointed Marvel Legends head. Could look up, look down. Not so much from side to side, but still great. Still able to look up that far. I mean, you get that. Here's the back view. Here's the side. Alright. So this is a great Wolverine figure. That's just you're gonna get just a nice standard sculpted Wolverine figure, and the paint's very nice and crisp and clean. I like the yellow highlight accented. It's almost a classic one, but you can tell it's still, a more modern revision of Wolverine, but still with that classic sculpt. Look at those nice Wolverine boots and everything. I love that. It's Logan's boots, and I'm also glad that they also did a new sculpted belt for Wolverine. That nice Wolverine, the X-Men kind of color sculpted. It's got a nice nice navy blue trim right here, and it's got the gold buckles and the red X-Men sign right there. The belt's painted really nice. I'm really happy with that. And you got the shoulder pads black, so definitely not your 90s X-Men Wolverine colors, but it's Hasbro's they're milking it out of this mold, and I'm really happy because I love this mold of Wolverine. It's great. So let's go with articulation. Ball jointed head. Just gonna look up that far, look down that far, side to side a little bit. Ball hinge arms goes out that far, not much because you got restricted by these shoulder pads, which doesn't bother me. I'm a really forgiving guy. But these shoulder pads are actually removable. Just peg them off like that. And then you can move up a little bit more. Goes up that far, and that's just nice. I mean, look at that muscle right there. But let's put his shoulder pads back on. So as you can just see, it's just a simple peg with these holes, and just kind of maneuver it like so. There, nice pop jump. Got the ball hinge elbows, of course. And now Wolverine's elbows don't really bend as far as Sabertooth, which is surprising, but you get him in that pose like got the ball jointed hands. And let's take a look at these nice heat claws. See, so cold heat claws. Yeah, translucent plastic. This is the same claws they use for the recent Wolverine figure that I love so much that I put him with the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, Sabertooth, because I never hunted down the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. I thought he just looked too wild in nature, and it's too pricey for my taste, so I didn't get him. Sorry, guys, but yeah, I like this new sculpt. It's definitely stronger claws than your first Marvel Legends Wolverine figure. Even you gotta love those Toy Biz figures, but those claws were so flimsy because they warped in time with the weak PVC they made. But I believe there's more nicer plastic. I mean, it's even kind of warping a little bit, but it's still very sturdy. I like these claws, and they're removable. And so you can see the paint is translucent. It's like I mean, it doesn't really look like flame claws. I mean, to me, it looks more like claws that are soaked in blood, and the blood is just sticking to the blades. I see that more. I feel like in their flame claws, the colors should be a little more bright, fiery orange, you know. But that's just my opinion. But the claws look nice. I'm not complaining. But if you want to call it heat claws, it should be, you know, a reddish, hot, fiery orange color. That's just my opinion. I think that's common sense. I mean, you look at Ghost Rider's flames, it's not like, you know, Bonesaw red. It's red hot fire because it's flames. So I wish Hasbro would, you know, give us those claws maybe in the future. But we work with what we got. Now we got the nice. Let's get these hands out the way. Ab crunch goes down that much, which is great. Could have Wolverine look up like that. That's just cool. You always gotta love your Wolverine figures being able to bend forward with the torso and look up like he's about to pounce on you like an actual Wolverine creature animal, you know? So, I also learned a fun fact that Wolverine animal, they're very small, but they're vicious. So, I think that's why they made Wolverine small but vicious, based off that animal. So, yeah, that's a fun fact, guys. And you could have his, you know, torso go up that much, that whole chest area. Again, like nice leaping motion. Got the nice swivel. I like how the belt, well, I think the belt's a separate piece, but yeah, that's nice, the swivel torso. Got the ball hinged legs, go out that far. You kick up that far, kick backwards that far. Oh, so the booty doesn't stop this one because Wolverine got a more tiny booty, so you can kick back that far. Got the nice swivel thighs and ball hinge knees that go that far. And ankle pivot, nice ankle pivot. Wolverine comes here with a nice accessory, which I was glad. I mean, it would be cool if Sabertooth came with an extra head sculpt. Maybe his mouth is closed and he's giving us a smirk, or maybe he's smoking a cigar. But even give him a nice Sherlock Holmes pipe. That'd be funny, right? He just looks so British, you know. Watson. So here's the head sculpt that comes with Wolverine. I'm glad they gave us this because I've been looking for a nice Logan head sculpt, and I believe they had this head sculpt in the Wolverine set that came with Omega Red and no, not Kala. I forgot the other character, but the Hellfire Club members. Jason Wingreen, I believe, yeah. But Wolverine's like shirtless, so I didn't want that one because like I don't want to do the shirtless Wolverine. I like him with the shirt on and, you know, the jacket on. So it's just nice to have this head sculpt, and I'll get a little closer look. Like the eyes are painted really well. They're like, you know, got the 3D printing technology, but the sculpt is there. Like that is straight up, you know, nice classic Marvel Legends comic sculpt, and the hair is just fantastic. I think they did a great job. It's a nice Wolverine. So let's pop that head on, see how he looks. Love that nice, you know, see that simple pop, see that nice ball joint. This is why we call it, our collectors call it ball joint, because boom, ball joint. It's the best joint you have for an action figure. It's just, the head just pops up like that, and you pop it, love that pop. Oh, yeah, that's such a satisfying crunch, right? It's a nice pop right there. Boom. Oh, man, like, that's nice. That is nice. That's Logan right there. That is Logan. And putting these guys together though, right there, I mean, you know, two sideburn buddies, two guys with the chops. They just go off really well. Let's have them stand straight to see how tall they really are next to each other. So here's Wolverine. There's Victor. I got hunched over there to be straight up. Yeah, I can't complain. I mean, Wolverine's still short. I was afraid Wolverine's gonna be like same height as Sabertooth. I was gonna be so upset about that, and I'm glad that, that I was wrong. They look really good together. I mean, Sabertooth's not as big, but well, come on, give Logan a break. He's already short, so got a more forgiving height with Victor right here. So towards the end of the review, guys, I just wanted to so I ordered these I believe these claws were from Marvel Legends pack with Wolverine. He had a mask head sculpt and a mask and another mask head with his hairs peeking out, and it came with a Cyclops Marvel Legends figure with the brown jacket and Jean Grey in her X-Men suit. And I could never track that figure down, it's too expensive, but I wanted the claws. So I'm just gonna try this right now for experiment. So let's pop off his heat claws. And same thing, you just gotta love that nice Marvel Legends pop. Like, the figure's not gonna break, it just feels like the play value is just there. The interchangeable, customizable play value is just there for us collectors to get the perfect Wolverine figure we want. Oh man, now look at that bone claws right there. Wow. I'm gonna have him displayed like this for the rest of my life. That's my Logan. I'm gonna keep this head and the claws to the side. They're cool, but I said my gripes about it. But those bone claws, that just looks great. Now these guys are ready for that brutal, animalistic, berserk nature of the fight they have. I mean, look at that. Victor's savoring the taste Wolverine's flesh with his talons, and Wolverine can't wait to butcher Victor with his bone claws. So I give this set definitely, I would say 9 out of 10. Victor is great. I heard a lot of complaints about him. I'm sorry, guys. I know you hate him, but I like the first appearance of Wolverine. I know he's not that big. I know, but come on. I mean, you gotta love that. Just that, British head sculpt. I mean, I always thought Victor could be more of a English dude more than a Western Canadian guy. But I mean, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure about that, but I like my British Sabertooth. I like his average man build size and not making Wolverine feel too bad. But Wolverine's a great figure. That head sculpt, and now with these bone claws, I give this figure up more than 8 stars. I put a 9 out of 10 just because we just didn't really get much with the nice heat vision claws. And you got these bone saw tomahawk claws, but now that I got my bone claws right here, I mean, I'm not complaining. These two go very well together. This is the only 2 figures I got from the Bone Breaker wave because I'm not interested in anybody else. I'm not interested in the guy, his torso cut on a tank. Sorry guys, sorry other comic fans, but I wanted these 2 and I got them, and they're great. They go well. Like, if you put Wolverine with Sabertooth, he's not gonna really feel like a crappy figure. They go well together. They complement each other very well. So you can get these guys at Big Bad Toy Store. You can get them at Amazon. That's where I got Wolverine. Wolverine's $24.99. I'm not sure if the price went up though, but I also saw you guys in the wild at Target. I never saw Sabertooth. I saw Wolverine, and also it's the standard price $24.99. Marvel Legends used to be $19.99 with inflation. It's $24.99. So if you're a really huge Marvel Comics fan and Wolverine Sabertooth fan, and you're okay with the height of this Sabertooth and this build, I would say grab them, because these figures are beautiful in person. The photos don't do it justice in package. When you have it in person, the paint, the play value, the articulation, this is just stellar. Marvel Legends hit it out the ball game with their articulation and comic accuracy, and I love it. So, we're signing out. Stay tuned for more at Endless Nova.